For the rest of my life, I'll be with you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bold Conversation with me, Medina today. I don't even know if I should call this Bold Conversation. This particular episode is so special because today today I have my husband here with me, and it's so surreal because a lot to get him out of his shell to do this. So this is D, Mr. Oyedele himself.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to Bold Conversation. Hi everyone. I'm glad to be here with the coach herself,
Hey.
Mob, aka. She has so many names, so let's just call her Coach. With Coach. Welcome to Bold Conversation with
Yes,
Coach Medina.
okay.
I have many names I call her, but for the purpose of this particular episode, this particular what we are doing now, I call her Coach Medina. But in the other room, I call her another name.
Leave the other room part. All right, so today we are going to be having some interesting questions that I've decided to come up with so that you can help us solve this puzzle once and for all. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with how did we meet?
How did we meet? Fresh. I think we met during an exam session. That was back in Ibadan. That was. Do I need to mention the year? Back in 2000 and I think 2007. Yeah, we. She was my exam mate.
That part.
She was my exam mate.
That
So
part.
that's where we first met, and I still remember vividly. I think she had a dreadlock. I said, "Wow, who is this person? With this dreadlock in Ibadan?" We won one. I said, "Okay." So that's how we met, and so we got talking after we noticed each other, and that's how we all started.
Okay, so how did you know that this was going to go this far? Because, I mean, we are over 10 years now.
How do I know you're gonna go far? I think we have so many things in common, and I think something that attracted each other because we're both speaking the same language, which was French language, and also I've seen in her, that the future is bright with her. She was so bold and so outspoken. I'm not the outspoken type.
Yes,
You
I
need
am.
the opposite,
I am.
to keep moving. So I think that's what attracted me to her. And we are here.
Yes, I don't even know why I'm all over the place like this. Okay, so let's see. If we had to rebuild this relationship, if we had to rebuild the relationship from scratch, what are the things that you that would love us to have that we didn't have when we were starting?
Like you said, don't despise
The days of
the
almost
days of humble beginning.
beginning.
And I think something that makes our journey a glamorous one is like we knew each other when we were really not in coach. We help each other to build ourselves, to invest ourselves, and we just thank God to where we are. So it can be too good. It can be too good when we meet each other, when you guys are still trying to join the two ends, and seeing yourself growing over the years. I think he add some more spices to the relationship. It's not like the other person already has it, and you don't even know if this person is coming to me because of what I already have. So sometimes it creates a problem. But when you all starting together from a humble beginning and you growing together, I think there is more, there's more trust, and also it's solid. The relationship is solid because it was built on something, nothing, and now it's becoming something. Yeah, I think that's what I can say about it.
What's the first impression you had about me?
The first impression I have about you, like we had a lot of people in the exam room then, but you were
Yeah.
the only one who
Oh,
who
stalking.
were like who were like who were like the bee around the flower. You know, that you were the one outspoken one, but and what even attracted me, like when you even captivated my attention, it's like you were trying to have everybody around you.
Yes.
And I was looking like, who is this local champion? Like, hey,
Oh
come on, man. You
boy.
got some people here, they don't talk, but oh, calm down. So, and you know, that's how it started. So I just, after the exam, tried to know each other more. I was then in, I think Ibadan
You
before
were
I
in
moved to
Ibadan,
Lagos.
yes. I was
Yeah, I
in
was in
I was
Ibadan.
in Shaki.
Yeah,
So for everybody that wrote the WAEC exam, then we had to come to Ibadan for the exam.
sure.
So that was okay. My first impression, my first impression was like, you know, when we were having that exam discussion and everybody was adding, and then they were just like seated alone. Someone was like, that's how they do over savvy people.
We know they make noise now.
And then the exam started, and I was like the only person that sat in front, and you went to the back again, and you were sitting all alone. So I mean, I was just like, if we start with this exam, and the guy asked me any question, I am not going to talk to him. But reverse is the case,
Yeah,
right?
the reverse was the case. Actually, also how we got talking. Actually, I'm not
Yeah,
the type that always, that always making. I talk, but I'm the introvert.
the
Introvert is
introvert.
part.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to come out first. I talk, I gist normally, but I don't always make the first step.
Mm.
And this was a particular word in. You have mentioned the word. It's gone past now.
Don't
It was a word.
don't mention
It
the
was a word in. It was a word in French that was supposed to take an X
and
in plural, and she had it-
I wrote singular.
she ended up putting the word in plural without any plural marker. So then I don't know even what I did, and I didn't peep. I just tried to
What
help.
did you do? What did
So
you do? How did you
I
see?
saw the paper, like I saw what she wrote on the paper. I said like, hey, come with me, like hold on, what is this? And
If
I called attention into it, and I think she was grateful. That's I think this where she started respecting my inclusivity, if I want to say
that was
that,
not the point.
you know. But yeah, that's how it went, and from there, and
Mm,
the remaining is a story.
I think when you corrected me, and then I now look at your handwriting, I saw the French way of writing, and I was like, oh, this guy actually knows what she's saying. So that was why I listened. Okay. Did you have any fear about the future when we're starting out?
And when we're starting when we're starting about the future, I'm a type of person like like there is a phobia for the future when you don't know what the future brings, but
Mm-hmm.
when you have the faith, when you put all your faith in God, you're not afraid of the future. You like God will say, I will provide the bread you need, your daily bread. So I'm not the type that worry about the futures. I try to put my best, and also with prayer, everything fall into place. But I don't give myself
Pressure.
unnecessary pressure. Like, hey, what's 2020 going to look like? What 2026 going to look like? I think those are unnecessary burden we put ourselves. Just keep being who you are and just take a day as it comes.
You have this philosophy that have always intrigued me, because my kind of person is on the go, 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 go. And then most time when I say, but like when I'm worrying about something and I'm talking about it, you just say, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. And I'm like, no, let's handle the situation like right now. And somebody is just there sitting down calmly. See the way he's seated so calmly. That's where you sit and say, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. Did you develop that habit from childhood, or where did you pick it from? Because it has been one of the, let's say, one of the highlights of your habits that I really like, because you don't really, it's not like you are not proactive, but you are not stressed over things that you don't have control over.
Yeah, that's all it takes. I'm not stressed over things. How will I be stressed over things I don't have no control over? Some people think sometimes I don't have no problem because I don't always talk about my problem. You don't look me worried about my problems. I brood on it. So I have myself a question. If I keep talking about my problem, if I keep thinking about my problem, is it gonna resolve it? The answer is no. So why bother myself, give myself unnecessary pressure on something I don't have no power on? I just oppose stuff I put one or two together to see how can I resolve that particular problem over it. So that has been something that kept me going, and also who has given me a kind of emotional stability. You don't always see me like talking. I talk about problem, but I don't really don't see me really, like when you see me, see that, oh, what's wrong with you? I brought a problem, like something you don't have no fight, no, like no power over. I don't take no time to think of it. I think that kept me going, and I think it's helping me, I think, to keep my mental stability.
Is it something you picked while growing up, or is it an habit or philosophy that you just develop over time?
I won't call it an habit because I see a lot of people with high blood pressure. Just give them,
Over things, right?
just give them a particular information, a particular news, and that is it.
Yeah.
They're sleeping, they're waking up, they're always thinking about that particular problem, and the end result is not really something beautiful to see. It comes with a lot of problems. So growing up, you see things like that, and you tell yourself, hey, how am I killing myself on something? And sometimes the solution is even here. But because you are overthinking about it, you don't even see the solution coming. The solution can even be one call away.
Yeah.
Because you are overthinking about the problem, you don't even see the solution. And you keep killing yourself. And at the end of the day, like, wow, was I thinking about all these things and I have the solution here? So I can say also something I grew up with. I learned also from people, and that's it. And it keeps me going.
Okay, so if our love story was to be a love song, which song would that be?
It was to be a love song. Which song would it be?
Yeah.
Nah, I did I didn't think of this question. It would be a love song.
Of course, it would be a love
Yeah,
song. What song would
yeah,
that be? What
love
are the
song.
love songs that you
Except you
know?
want me to say I'm not too good at singing,
Don't sing
though.
it. Don't,
Yeah,
just say it.
it would
What's
be
the
like
title?
it would be
Okay, what's the title? What title will you give it to first?
okay. What title will I? Okay, I don't want to use love at first sight. I want to use something uncommon.
Okay.
I may use love from the bottom of my heart.
Love.
Let's put it that way.
That's,
I didn't think of that question, but
that,
let's just take it that way.
that's a long title
Love from
for
the
a
bottom of my
song.
heart. Oh, but yeah, okay, something spicy.
Okay, something
You like
spicy.
something spicy?
Yeah, something spicy.
I may come back to that question.
So let's see. What are the best ways we've handled or couples can actually handle conflicts in relationship?
I think with my experience, I can give some advice now, though.
Yes, yeah, tried now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whether
tried.
like conflict, yeah, conflict. We put conflict maybe a kind of how we also call it kind of misunderstanding is part of it,
Okay.
and a kind of not aligning ideas, having a have a different point of view. It will always come. Of course, we are from different background, and everybody has a way of doing things.
Mm,
And I want to do things on my own way. You want to do things on your own way, but there is always a common ground you can reach an agreement. It's like it shouldn't be. I've learned from experience. I'm the type of person I am. I'm a perfectionist. I like things to be done a particular way. Like it has to be
the
done this way.
dot on the I and the
But
cross on the
but
T's.
but with time, I've learned that, hey, bro, if you want peace, you have
Be
to
coming down.
you have to calm down. I've learned it, and I'm the type of person like if the bed is not made, I can sleep on it. And sometimes you meet somebody sleeping on a bed that doesn't even have
No time.
no bed sheet.
No time.
And what I used to do, hey, I wake the person, hey, madam, wake up, do this bed, and he started creating tension.
Yes.
So over the later after that,
Mm.
so I saw the tension keep going. I say, hey, bro, how can you just calm down? So now I can sleep on a bed that is not made. So sometimes you have to give up something. You have to give up
Yes,
something.
yes,
It doesn't always have to be your way. So
yes.
sometimes you can like in a relationship, they used to give this adage like there is a goat and there is a sheep.
Mm.
So the goat is that stubborn animal that always come back when you even ask him not to come back. But the sheep is that animal that's always listening to instruction.
Mhm.
That's on the road. Sometimes you always see the sheep. You hardly see a goat on the road. In a relationship, anybody can be the sheep and also anybody can be the goat. No matter how you want to put the analogy of a goat and a sheep, anybody can be like, you don't have to be the one who is always the smartest. You can be the dumbest. Yeah, you can also be the smartest. Anybody can be. So when you just
balance
oppose,
it.
you balance it, and then there will be peace. Let's say you want to see I'm the goat in this, you are the sheep. You continue to
And
be the
if
sheep.
there are two goats, you
There are
have to
two.
just
So if there are two goats, that is another one. But I don't know that one yet. Maybe next time we can talk about the two goats. But yeah, so you have to. So the bottom line is you have to. Sometimes you have to calm down.
yeah,
You have to calm down your, like,
your high horses,
yeah,
like
your high
calm down.
hustle, as you put it. So you don't have always to be the one. Some people will say, "Hey, I'm the man. I have to take it." It doesn't always work that way. If you want peace in your relationship, sometimes you have to calm down. You have to listen to the other person, and and with that, I think there will be peace. And also the type of person I am. Can I say I get angry? Everybody gets angry. I
Yeah,
get angry. Like sometimes you're mad, like you keep talking and you only stop at that talking. You
yeah,
know, everybody gets angry, oh,
you
bro.
do.
You like they step on your feet now. You have to. You're like, who step
You
on me? You
react,
have to
yes.
react. But the anger should not be more
Mm.
than what you regret later.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
of our strongest anchor as a family is the God factor. For me, I've seen God, the fact that both of us share the same faith, and then our story, our background, our salvation story is somehow similar, and then we share the same faith. God has been a very strong anchor of the relationship from the beginning, to some rocky moments that we had. Aside God, what are the other anchors that couples can have to actually have a long relationship? Like, because you have a situation of marriages breaking, even when the marriage, I've seen a marriage of 40 years, like I've read about it, and there was divorce. So the God factor for me is the first thing. What are the three things that has been our anchor as a family?
Yeah, the God factor, as you said, you rightly mentioned, is number one factor. You can't
Mm-hmm.
really take God out of the equation. In your time of highs and lows, you always fall back on God. And the good part is that God gives you instructions. So there are times I know you do something wrong to your partner,
Mm,
and the Holy Spirit will just whisper to you, "Hey, you were wrong here. Go
yeah.
and ask for an apology."
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard, even when you think you're the one who was right, and you have the Holy Spirit telling you, "Hey, go and ask for an apology." You have to break your pride and just say, "I'm sorry, baby. So I did this wrong, and I'm sorry." Apart from the God factor, as you said, I think having a kind of a spirit of tolerance with the other person also is one of them. When you tolerate the person, no matter, I won't say no matter what, but when you tolerate the person on some flimsy stuff, you're not the one who's always mad at
Right.
people. You're always right. So you tolerate each other. You know, like whether you like it or not, which we just spoke about conflict. There will be there will be diverse there will be diverse point of view. There will also be decision not right, and for some people they take. But after taking the decision, you see that, hey, he didn't take this right decision. He didn't consult me before taking the decision.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next step? The next step is to fight about it, or to just find a way
Like
to
a middle point
a middle
where both
point to
of
tolerate the
you
person
can
and also
come.
keep going. Because if you really want to be fighting all the time, sometimes you see some people who part their ways after many years. There are so many factors,
So
but I
many,
think
yeah.
I think I think tolerance tolerance is one of the key factors aside from God that keep you guys going.
Hmm. Okay. So let's see. What of people that say that they can't marry somebody that is not from their tribe?
Uh, people have
If I
people.
was from another tribe, would you have married me?
No, of course, like I grew up in a different background, which
Yeah.
which plurality, linguistic plurality.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? I have my brothers in Cote d'Ivoire, let's say, where I grew
Yeah.
up, who got married to Ivorian ladies.
Yeah.
And my brother has he has I think five kids, 5 boys, and you can find love anywhere you are. I'm not the type that you must know. I'm not that type of person. I'm very flexible when it comes to that. Hey, you can go to China and see somebody you love in China. So far you jelly, you get married to the person. I'm not the type that because you're this particular tribe, you must marry. No, that's not my philosophy. My philosophy is just go for love. You can love anybody. It's not because you are from Zambia that you have to be in love with the Zambian lady. Not because we are from Nigeria. Like love, they say love does not have no barrier. So you can find love anywhere. So that's my school of thought. I don't believe that because you are from this particular tribe, you have. I think this is an old way of thinking, and it's not really heavy matter because
Not.
getting married to somebody from the same tribe, does not promise paradise on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things can also happen. So, but I think the reason why some people say that because of some past experience, and
Mm-hmm.
also I hardly see a young person, in this 21st century that will still have the same mindset. Even though if he has that mindset, maybe it was passed through him by the older generation because they are the one that used to have those kind of things. But for me, although I don't believe in that you have to be from the same tribe to marry the person from the same tribe. So
Okay,
yeah,
so if our relationship was a movie, what title would it be?
if I was a
And what
movie,
type of movie? What type of movie? What title would it be?
definitely not a fiction. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a kind of real life story
right.
and
So a non-fiction.
a non-fiction movie, and it will be a love from an exam hall. That's what I can think of. Love from an exam hall. Now you have to watch the movie
To
to
know what
to know
happened.
what happened, but it will be a good caption. Yeah,
Okay. So if you were to do a getaway, which country would that be?
a getaway.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to visit. I've always loved to visit this particular beach called Cancun. Is in Mexico.
I
Is in
didn't
Mexico.
see that coming.
Yeah. I would love to visit. I would love
I
to
didn't see
visit.
that coming.
I still have it. Yeah, it is a childhood, the memory I always have. Cancun Beach. I don't know
Okay.
why I want to visit Cancun. Maybe because you're watching those Mexican movies.
Movies.
Yeah, Cancun Beach, and some beautiful pictures. I think I would
Okay.
love to visit Cancun. Yeah.
All right. So now, thank you so much. So let's give it up for D, Mr. Oyedele.
Yeah.
Okay, so now to the icebreaker. So you have 10 questions. You pick 1 to 5.
Okay. 10 question. Pick 1 to 5.
Yes. You can pick random questions.
Okay. So I'm answering 5 questions out of the five.
Yes, you're
Okay.
answering 5.
All right. Okay. Let's go number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so you say it and I'll say mine. So what was the very first impression of me?
I think you already mentioned that earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like your dreadlock and also the way you were trying to be around everybody. You were the outspoken one.
Dreadlock.
Yeah, I think.
I think you've mentioned it earlier, yeah. So
Yeah.
just like I said, my first impression of you like too quiet for my liking. Too quiet for my liking. But I mean, we later sorted that out. Next question.
And number 4.
Question 4. What's your partner's most used phrase or word? Phrase or word?
Phrase or word.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm
That's
Medina.
not
Oh, you
fair.
did.
That's not fair. Okay, I pass. Pick the third question.
Let's do number 6.
That was not expected. Question 6. What is one food your partner loves that you just don't get it? Why would you like this food?
What my partner loves, and
You
I
don't
don't.
understand why I like it.
Why is like you like banana?
But banana is everybody should love
And
banana.
like banana, like where she come from, I think they don't really cultivate banana. They do
No,
most of cheese. This is called
no.
wara. And I love for banana. I don't know, maybe because she
Why
grew up in
won't you
Gabon.
love banana?
So
Like anybody should love banana. One more question.
okay, let's go number 8.
Number 8. If your relationship, oh, I think I asked a question unknowingly. If your relationship was to be a movie, I pass.
Yeah, I've answered the
So
question.
I'll
So
give you 9. what's a small habit your partner has that always make you smile?
Always make me smile.
Yes.
The small habit my partner has always make me smile. I think the way you're outspoken and
Okay.
you kind of your your leadership ability. You know, when you're around, when you are somewhere, they have to notice you. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
that leadership
That.
aroma. That it can be hidden from nobody. So anywhere you are, you try to shine. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's the Niger spirit. You shine wherever
That's
you are.
Nigerian the carry that.
Yeah,
Okay, so that is all for this segment of me and Mr. Oyedele.
yeah.
It's a great
The
privilege
one and
doing
only
this. Yes, the one and only. I know that one is a
is a
counterfeit.
key answer.
So when you hear my name is Regina Oyedele, this is the Oyedele. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you'd like to see more of this, if you'd like him to come back, so let us know in the comment section. We'll do another section for you like this. Hope we're able to answer your questions. If not, let's know if we need to do another episode for you. I'm sure I'll find a way to pull him in again. Till I come
No, I'll be
again.
here to answer your question.
Yeah, yeah. So you see, you have a green card already. Thank you so much, and bye for now.